It's recording time. Hello, recorders. I'm reporting to you live from Colorado Springs Comic Con, and I am here with a very, very special guest. I am here with Jenna Frank. She's best known as the daughter of Jason David Frank, and also for upcoming projects such as The Legend of the White Dragon, and she raps under the name J Ray. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good. It feels good to be here, man. It's a little bit, emotional because I'm actually at the booth right now, and 3 booths over. My dad was here last year, so I've been crying a lot this weekend, but just trying my best and a lot of love out here. And I've heard a lot of people's stories and a lot similar to me, and I feel like I've had a really great weekend, spiritually. So yeah, I'm excited to be here, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. That's very important because the entire community has been concerned for you, but we're happy to know that you've been doing well, and we're here to stand by yourself on the road to recovery. So one of the first few questions I want to ask is that actually today is National Power Rangers Day, marking 30 years of Power Rangers. Like, when did you first learn about your dad's legacy from Power Rangers?
Whenever I was really young, because I used to get bullied for it, people would be like, "Okay, your dad's a ranger," trying to make fun of me or something. And my dad used to be like, "Okay, ask him like, what does your dad do?" So ever since I was very young, I think but it's whenever I got older, I started seeing the impact. I would go to him. So most of the all shows that he used to do whenever, like back in the day, like all the Wizard Worlds, and I went out of country with him. So really understanding the impact, I was probably around like 13, like a teenager, like a preteen, like 12, and then I really understood like the impact and just seeing how many lives he saved. It just really inspired me, like just him as a human being really inspired me.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Jenna. And for continuing on your dad's legacy, there's like sort of a double-edged sword to that. Like, are you trying to continue on himself as a person or his character Tommy? Because it's kind of rumored that the next season of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury is going to be the last season. And like, how do you want to continue carrying on your dad's legacy?
I mean, I would always love to be a ranger, but I don't know what's going on with the whole, like pushing forward. I don't know if it's going to be canceled. But honestly, like for me, I think just carrying on his energy and carrying on his love and carrying on his heart is the biggest thing for me. What I really want to do in life is my music and just help people. I want to be like a motivational speaker, and I want to have my own podcast where I interview like just people and celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah, and actually, I want to move on to your music career. Tell us about, since being a young Gen Z, who musically inspires you?
So my biggest inspiration is definitely Juice World, and I don't know if a lot of you guys know who that is, but I just really related to his pain a lot. There's actually a documentary up about him, and I watched it, and I just really related to his pain. He actually was one of the artists that had the most unreleased songs, like millions of unreleased. So like that just shows how much pain he was going through, and I really just connected to the way that he cared about his fans too, and that's just my biggest influence. Like that would be the one person I would be like, let me get a feature, but he passed away. Rest in peace to you. And so I feel like he went through like a lot, especially with death too, and he talked a lot about that with people he lost. So I just really felt connected to him.
Yeah, it's always great to like understand like what the artist is paying and all that kind of stuff. Like I actually, when I listened to a couple of your songs, like Soul Searching, can you talk about where you got the inspiration for that?
Well, see, the thing is, it was really hard for me to write a song about my dad because it's been hard for me to face it. I mean, that really was my best friend above everything. Even my mom would be like, "You guys argue like siblings sometimes," like, because we were just so alike, I mean, even to the negatives, just everything. So for me, it was hard to write actually a song about him, so I had to just freestyle all of it, right? So I'm just in a studio. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna freestyle, see where it takes me, right? And I was just thinking, I was like, what have I been doing? I've been soul searching, and I feel like just coming onto the track so powerful. I feel like with all of my words, they have meaning behind it, and I feel like it's a little bit on the darker side sometimes, and I'm talking about real stuff. But at the end of the day, it's to make it to the light so people can understand, like we all have problems. But yeah, I just feel like it just came naturally. I didn't really want to write about it because I'm like processing this while I'm writing about it.
Yeah, that's really great, Jenna. And for distributing your music, do you hope to be signed up to like an independent label or just continue it doing your way through social media?
Honestly, I feel like whatever God has planned for me, that's honestly something I don't know. For a long time, I wanted to just be independent. But honestly, I mean, there's a good, deal on a record label or just wherever God just takes me. I just feel like, it's already written. Everything in life is already written before we're even here. So just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, true that. Like sometimes you never know like where your career is gonna go or what God has in plan for you. Now, a very fun fact that I learned about you and your dad is that you two bonded over Dragon Ball Z. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because my dad's like, hey, get ready, we're going to a movie premiere next week. And I'm like, what movie premiere again, bro? No, I'm just joking. But we actually went to the Dragon Ball Z movie premiere, and it was really cool. It was just a really cool experience. That's something we actually used to watch together and stuff like that. So, we would bond over stuff like that, or like music. Tupac, that was our favorite artist and stuff. So we bonded over a lot of things, but definitely that was one of them for sure.
Continuing on with your dad's last project, The Legend of the White Dragon, what kind of plans do you guys have for the franchise?
Well, it's just about getting the movie out there first, and honestly, just the whole purpose of this was to raise like awareness to mental health. Like once the whole storyline is out there, and now that it's his last project, we just want to kind of just put it out there the best way we can, and that's why it's been delayed the release drop. But yeah, the whole purpose of it is just to kind of raise awareness. And really, my dad really wanted to show his acting skills, because on Power Rangers they didn't really get to see his really true acting. So it's just so raw and original, and honestly it's very close to home. Like the whole story it's a lot how he was. So I just feel like it was really about him, like showing really who he was, and his acting skills.
And for that kind of project, he wants to show who he was. Like, what do you hope to do to show more, like, what you want to show people? Like, I know you mentioned your podcast and music. Anything else you like to do?
I mean, I just like to post. Me and my mom like to post, videos and stuff of unseen, stuff. We actually want to get a documentary together, so, because, film lasts forever. And that's just something we kind of like want to do, and just, make his name live on, because this is a legacy that will never die, never fade. It doesn't matter a million years from now. Okay, I don't know about that, but like it just will never fade. So definitely just keeping his name alive is all we, as much as we can.
And I'm going to do my part too. And on a final note, is there any like final words you would like to say? Like, where can fans see you next?
I am on tour right now. I'm in Colorado Springs currently. I've been on the East Coast for a while, but the next date I have right now is Rhode Island, but I'm working on, and that is in November. Yeah.
Yep.
But so it's August, September, October. So I'll be free for 2 months. So in those 2 months, I'm working on getting a Texas tour together, because I'm from Houston. So I want to get a tour together. So Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, just to meet up with my Texas folks. So yeah, but I will be at Rhode Island, and hopefully I'll be on tour for my music soon. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And what I'm learning is to be vulnerable in life. We're all hurting, and it's okay to get help. It's okay to not be okay. And just know that you can really do anything you really want to. But you got to put in that work, Pressure makes diamonds, but also know that too much pressure can make you break. So have boundaries, and just, little steps. One of my friends told me one time, a brick a day, right? Just a brick a day. Hey, I'm going to pray more, or I'm going to eat better, or I'm going to go on a walk, or I'm going to meditate, right? And then eventually you'll have a wall, and then eventually you'll have a house. You know what I'm saying? It's the one break a day, baby steps. Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
That was beautiful, Jenna. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, recorders. This means so much to both of us. Now, thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, comment down below, give us a like, and remember, we're both available on Cameo if you like a special shout out from either one of us, and catch you next time.